Cathedral has many examining historical buildings right here in Sacramento.
Yeah, here in Sacramento and probably every big city across the United States. Well, none of our churches here in Sacramento are as old as Notre Dame. There are a lot of buildings from the 1800s in and around the Sacramento area. Fox 40's Doug Johnson joining us now live in the newsroom. And certainly, Doug, there are precautions to keep those buildings safe at this point.
Yeah, there certainly are, Eric. And fire is, of course, a concern for almost all buildings in California, but our historic sites do have a higher significance, and there is a lot of effort in ensuring that they remain safe.
It's horrible. It's one of them things that you cannot replace.
Thomas and Karen Hedge say seeing Notre Dame burn in Paris was heartbreaking.
They can rebuild it if they can, but it'll never, ever be the same. So
today they have a newfound appreciation for historic sites, taking their grandson Calvin to see Sutter's Fort in Sacramento.
Because we want to show them history and have a good time at it.
Can you imagine something like that happened here?
It would be sad. Anytime you lose anything historic like that, it's sad because it's irreplaceable.
But the California Department of Parks and Recreation strives to make sure that doesn't happen.
Maybe there's a misconception out there that somehow historic buildings don't have to live up to the same standards that any other building would. That's not the case.
The Stanford Mansion and the Governor's Mansion are both up to code. At Sutter's Fort, where there's campfire cooking and an outside wood oven, there's certainly plenty of risk. But the state recently put in a new fire alarm system, and employees and volunteers have access to fire extinguishers. Now, there are no sprinklers here at Sutter's Fort, but we're actually told that sprinklers aren't designed to stop fire, they're designed to save lives. So even if there were some here, if there was a fire, it wouldn't necessarily save the structure. Meanwhile, at the Cathedral of the Blessed Sacrament, one of the oldest churches in Sacramento.
It was built between 1886 and 1889 at a cost of $250,000.
Tom Waddick has been parish manager for 13 years. He says the building's fire sprinklers are on a very early smoke detection or VESDA system, one of the most advanced systems on the market. It's compartmentalized, so if smoke is in one part of the church, sprinklers won't go off in other areas where wall art could be ruined.
So you don't have the full church being flooded if there's a fire back, say, in one of the chapels at the back of the church.
As for the Hedges, their only hope is that these Sacramento buildings stand well past when Calvin is their age.
You know, this is our history.
Yeah, we're told that the Sacramento Cathedral's smoke detection system is so good that during the campfire, the alarms were going off, but no water was ever released from the sprinklers. In our newsroom tonight, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
Doug, thank you. The search is on tonight for a woman